Ayo Rama, welcome to Let Me Explain. Welcome. Come.
Okay, cut.
What happened?
Pooja, what thing is this?
Well, I thought I was auditioning for a South Indian's role in every Bollywood movie. Because for Bollywood, this is a checklist for South Indians. Loud voice, funny accent, lungi, jasmine and curd. But most important all of them, coconut, which is tinga. Congratulations, you're a stereotype. Bollywood has a long tradition of doing the South dirty, turning entire distinct cultures into caricatures, punchlines, and accents. And the latest addition to this parallel South Indian universe is Janhvi Kapoor in Param Sundari, a half Malayali girl who introduces herself as Tekapetta Sundari Damodaran Pillai.
मैं तेकपट्टा सुंदरी दामोदरम पिल्लाई.
In Malayalam, Tekapetta literally translates to ironed out, and colloquially, it means tragically dumped. So basically, Sundari's name translates to dumped beauty. A multi-million rupee production house, and nobody even bothered to Google it. Unless, of course, the makers named her Tekke Patil, a popular family name, and she tragically mispronounced it. Now, this isn't representation. It's an ignorant parody, and it isn't new at all, especially for Bollywood. Let me explain. Representation isn't about just being visible. It's about being seen truthfully. When South Indian lives are reduced to coconut trees and comic relief, it tells us our realities don't matter. Here at the News Minute, we refuse to accept that. We dig deep, we ask harder questions, and we call out lazy storytelling even when it's unpopular. Now, it doesn't matter which part of the country you're from. You could be a South Indian, you could be from the west part of India, or a Northeast Indian. If you believe journalism should respect every culture in its fullness, then join us. Subscribe to the News Minute and News Laundry today, and you can support our journalism. Do write to me on what you thought about this episode at lme@thenewsminute.com. And remember, a new episode of Let Me Explain drops every Saturday. In the trailer of Param Sundari, Janhvi Kapoor's character is seen yelling at North Indians. Ignorant, illiterate, arrogant, entitled. You bloody tenga.
You bloody tenga! You bloody tenga!
It's meant to be a mic drop, even a meta moment. Especially that line neatly distributing Mohanlal to Kerala, Rajnikant to Tamil Nadu, Allu Arjun to Andhra, and Yash to Karnataka. Basically, the trailer is trying to say, see, we know our South stars. We're in on the joke too. Except here's the problem. The film's attempt at self-awareness tragically collapses under poor pronunciation, stereotypes scattered like confetti, and the same tired tropes Bollywood has been recycling for decades now. The character speaks in broken Hindi, exaggerated accented English, and a Malayalam so tortured, it should file a police complaint. All this with backwaters, boat races, and Mohiniyattam squeezed in like items from a Kerala tourism ad. And before you ask, no, we can't even show you the trailer, because the film's producers have been busy filing copyright strikes on creators who dare to poke fun at it. That's Bollywood's favorite response to criticism. Not listening, but silencing. For decades, mainstream Hindi cinema has portrayed South Indians as caricatures. Not Tamil, Telugu, Kannada or Malayali, just one homogeneous species called Madrasi. It started early, most notably with Mahmood's Master Pillai in 1968 Hindi film Padosan. A South Indian Carnatic music teacher whose accent was so mangled, it sounded like he was chewing his own tongue. People laughed, but nobody asked why it was funny. Then there was Mithun Chakrabarti in the 1990 film Agnipath, who sang this. Cue the coconut. Always the coconut. This joke never really got too old for Bollywood. Because fast forward to 2013 when Shah Rukh Khan was dancing in a lungi in Chennai Express. Deepika Padukone speaking in an accent so forced, it could actually crack open a tender coconut.
कहाँ से खरीदी ऐसी बकवास डिक्शनरी?
Or take Ravan from 2011. SRK played a Tamilian who ate curd with noodles, a dish that only exists in Bollywood's imagination. And how can we forget Netflix 2021 achievement Meenakshi Sundareshwar? That's a movie about two North Indian actors parachuted into Madurai. And the result? More filter coffee jokes, kasavasaris mixed up with Tamil veshtis, and the cultural depth of a WhatsApp forward. And now, Param Sundari, written by the same person who wrote Meenakshi Sundareshwar. Clearly, old habits die hard. The problem is, this is more than just bad comedy. It's a cultural hierarchy with Hindi at the center and everyone else as seasoning. South Indians are forever the outsiders, and it's not just about the South. Bengalis as fish-eating, Tagore-quoting philosophers. Muslims as constant patriotism test subjects. And people from the Northeast? Well, where do I even begin? It's like the Bollywood industry has just one Excel sheet full of cliches and just copies them forward. And often, when they're not stereotyping, they're erasing. Skyforce, the 2025 Akshay Kumar film, has turned Kodava war hero squadron leader Devaya into a Tamilian. Because who cares, right? Kodavas, Tamils, Malayalis, it's all just one blob outside the Hindi heartland. And who can forget the great national award-winning film, The Kerala Story? The film gave us Shalini Unnikrishnan from Thiruvananthapuram.
I'm Shalini Unnikrishnan, Thiruvananthapuram. Thiruvananthapuram.
A character so Malayali that she put jasmine in her hair every single day and night and eats all her meals on banana leaves. And for some reason, she chooses to speak heavily accented Hindi even with her Malayali family inside her own house, as well as with her Malayali friends. Because clearly, Malayalis are dying to discuss breakfast, dowry and life problems in clunky textbook Hindi. And add to that, the blatant propaganda and falsehood about Kerala, and you have a film that doesn't just stereotype, it manufactures an entire caricature on Kerala that Malayalis themselves don't recognize.
I'm Shalini Unnikrishnan, Thiruvananthapuram.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
To be fair, southern filmmakers aren't saints either, at least not in this regard. Malayalam films like Mallu Singh and Punjabi House have reduced Punjabis to Bhangra jokes. Pandipada used a derogatory term for Tamils right in its title. But the difference is South cinema has also shown how to do it right. Take Sai Pallavi in Premam, for example. She's playing a Tamil girl, and it worked. And how? Because she actually does speak Tamil. Or Vamika Gabbi in Godha, a Punjabi wrestler played by a Punjabi actor. Real and believable. Or take, for instance, His Highness Abdullah, where a Malayalam film beautifully incorporated Urdu music without turning it into a parody. Of course, there are times when Bollywood has managed to get it right. But more often than not, this is because of filmmakers and performers from the South. Mani Ratnam's Dil Se avoided lazy cliches in its portrayal of a Malayali woman thanks to Preeti Zinta's grounded performance and Santosh Sivan's unforgettable visualization of Jia Jale. What makes the song especially stand out is its authenticity. The Malayalam portions were written by celebrated lyricist Girish Puthenchery and sung by veteran playback singer M.G. Srikumar, which is why words flow naturally and remain a soothing delight to the ear. This is in sharp contrast to songs like Lal Color Ki Sari, where the Malayalam lyrics feels like they've been lifted straight from Google Translate, jarring to both native speakers and anyone even familiar with the language. Let's not forget that Hindi cinema has also made films like Aligarh, which treated Rajkumar Rao's Deepu Sebastian with a lot of care, letting him slip into his mother tongue without turning it into a punchline. Films like Raja Krishnamenon's Chef, Tanuja Chandra's Kareeb Kareeb single, and Anurag Basu's Ludo showed South Indian characters played by South Indian actors like Padmapriya, Parvati, and Pearly Mani, whose identities were fleshed out beyond the tropes. More recently, Payal Kapadia's All We Imagine Is Light And Raj and DK's Family Man have been praised for rooting their characters in cultural specificity, casting the actors from South and letting them speak, behave, and live like real people. These are reminders that authenticity comes through when creators trust their characters' context and when the South isn't seen purely through a Bollywood lens. So it can be done. Authenticity is possible. Respect is possible. Only if Bollywood tries. Instead, commercial Bollywood wants to keep laughing at its own running gag from 1968. Same lungi, same jasmine, same coconut. But India has changed. Audiences have changed. And if Bollywood wants to stay relevant, it has to change too. Until then, every time someone says representation, Bollywood will hear comedy sketch. And that is the real tragedy.
लोकत्तिले एल्ला मला लिगलकुम्म हृदयं निरंजा एंडे ओण संसकळ